This is your host. That's me, Kelly Reed, joined by my good friend, my buddy, my co-host, Patrick Marshall. Patrick, how's it going?
Hey, good. How's everyone doing?
Good,
Thank
man.
you,
It is
Kelly.
episode 51. It's a new year, new beginnings. It's also the final NFL Sunday of the regular season today. Any
Yeah,
thoughts on that?
man, it's gonna be a good day of football. I mean, there's some big games. Like I want to watch that Baltimore Pittsburgh game. You win and you're in.
The nightcap game?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna be a good one. And then you get stories like the Jags can clinch with a win over the Titans, which probably will happen. So that's big news for Trevor Lawrence and company. But there's good games. Yesterday's games didn't disappoint either. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't get to catch the Buccaneers win over the Panthers, but I did get to watch the 49ers loss to the Seahawks, and that was a tight game until the final couple of minutes of that one in the fourth.
Yeah, that Seattle defense is something to be reckoned with. I mean, I was impressed. So they had Purdy confused like all
Yeah.
evening.
Definitely, man. They were bringing back, was it a Legion of Boom Part Two,
Yeah,
whatever they're calling it up there, and Home of the 12th Man, and yeah, but they're on the road and they did it in San Francisco, and so I'm sure the 49er fans that are watching CardBlitz are like, "Hey, who are you two haters?" But I'm
yeah,
a Cowboys fan first, never deny that. So,
yeah.
uh,
Well, my Panthers didn't do too well yesterday, but there's some questionable calls. So I'm not even going to get into it.
but the
It was
Panthers
home
still have
cooking.
a shot. Y'all are gonna be rooting for the Falcons, right?
That's correct. The Falcons beat New Orleans. Tampa Bay's out. Panthers are in. So
Well, we'll see what the NFL gods make happen today.
yeah, and that's at 1 o'clock. So I'll be watching that too. So it's going to be a big day. So which
Definitely,
is
man.
good.
Have you had a chance to watch any of the college football like quarterfinal games that were
Yeah, I was
New Year's Eve, New Year's Day?
I did, and I was really impressed. I mean that Indiana team looks really good. I mean, I was impressed. I was like,
Legit. I mean, well, they get a rematch with Oregon, and I think that's a tough one, man. And
yeah,
facing the same team twice in one regular season or one season, not an easy task ahead of them either.
yeah. I mean, Oregon looked pretty good as well. I mean, they completely shut down Texas Tech. I mean, I don't think Tech they averaged like 480 yards of offense, and I think they had maybe 180 that day. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and no points either on the
Yeah,
scoreboard at the end of the day. And here in Texas, I'm sure there are a lot of Texans rooting for the Red Raiders to do it. And unfortunately for them, as great as that defense played, if you don't put up points, you're not winning the game.
yeah, that's
So
right.
felt bad for them on that. But man, Michael Irvin,
Yeah,
Miami Hurricanes, dude is going crazy on the sidelines with that Ohio State game. Man,
I
that
know.
was a game too.
Dude. I mean, that's the most impressive one I think because Miami. I mean, they were seeded 10th, and there was some questions about whether or not they should have been maybe part of the CFP and, because of an early season win. I mean, they were in against, ranked teams. So, but they're proving it now. I mean, I was like, wow, Ohio State is no slouch. So,
And what about the Lane Kiffinless coaching vacancy? And so Ole Miss is like, they're making magic happen there with those players.
dude, I read somewhere that Lane Kiffin received a $500,000 bonus
Yeah,
for
every time
that
the team
CFP
wins
win.
in the playoff, he gets another bonus that the LSU organization has to pay.
Dude, I sure hope he donates that to the school or something. Come on, that's ridiculous.
You have a Lane Kiffin Lane on campus there, paid
Yeah,
for with his extra earnings.
yeah, there you go.
That's hilarious, man. Well, we're about 35 days out from pitchers and catchers reporting and baseball season getting going again. You excited about that?
Yeah, I was reading a little bit of news on baseball yesterday. It doesn't pop up too often, but I was reading something about a couple Japanese players that have been signed in
One
Major
was
League
signed with
Baseball.
was it Toronto Blue Jays, a third baseman, I think.
Yeah, yeah, that's the guy I was looking at. I mean, he's like 30 years old. He's played in Japan for 7 or 8 years. He's coming over, but apparently, he's one of those hitters he's like Ichiro. He's very disciplined, high walk rate, very low strikeout rate, and he's got some pop. I mean, he hit 35 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, between him and Murakami,
yeah, yeah,
it's interesting, man. And then also a pitcher. Was it the Astros? Did they sign like a
Yeah,
Japanese pitcher as well?
yeah. It starts with an I. I can't remember his exact his name, but I did read that as well. Which there was a stat that actually they said mostly it's pitchers that come over to Major League Baseball and not position players. So the Toronto Blue Jays signing was they're taking a risk on him, but they're jumping on him. So pitching, pitching's been pretty successful as far as the transfer of Japanese players to Major League Baseball. So we'll definitely see how position player works.
I'm gonna say you're gonna have some new faces in the MLB this season, and we're gonna be wishing those guys best of luck, and maybe we'll get some card show finds when we're going to the local shows.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be good.
Well, let's get into this whole birthday boy thing because that's kind of our thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, today, Victor Wembanyama, otherwise known as Wemby. I mean, it's his birthday today, and I was looking up some information on him.
Hmm.
I mean, he's hobby gold, man. I mean, one of his cards, I was shocked. A 2023 Panini Prism Nebula Choice card. It was a 101 PSA 9, sold for $860,000 at
Do you think
auction.
it's one of one is the
Yeah,
reason why?
I mean, but the guy's he's only been in the league. I mean, he's like 23 years old. He's going to be in the league 2 years, but because of his hype, I mean, it's pretty impressive that a card like that of a player who hasn't even made the playoffs yet. This year I think they will. Obviously, they're doing pretty well, but I mean that's pretty impressive. That's definitely hype. So I'm impressed with him. Unfortunately, I don't have any cards of Wemby. Otherwise, I'd show you guys. But
You don't have an extra 893,000 just laying around to show off your one of one today?
no, I'm gonna get out my one of 17,000, and hopefully I'll show that one day.
If it's just a base card, you're looking at like one of like 240,000 or something like
Yeah,
that. The
yeah,
print, the printers at for Fanatics are just rolling wild these days, man. They're just going crazy with their print runs.
yeah.
So
It's pretty cool. I mean, I was like, he's the kind of guy that is driving this industry right now. Like it's that kind of player. So
well, in a sense, so you can look at him and say he's like a unicorn for the NBA.
mhm,
They
he
said
is.
that about like Porzingis initially when he came in. Remember, he
Yeah,
had the unicorn moniker, and so but now it's been passed on to Wimby, and so if he gets that title, yeah, then the hype just continues.
yeah, yeah. I hope that. I mean, I wish him well. I hope he does well and stays around for a long time, and doesn't
As
have
long
any.
as he's losing to like the Rockets and the Mavericks, we're good with that, right?
Yeah, that's right. So,
Little
yeah,
Texas love there, man.
or the Spurs.
Well, I went with a different birthday boy. I went with a man who's turning 32 years old today. He is known as King Henry. That is a one, Derrick Henry.
Nice.
Yep, the pride of I think it's pronounced Yulee, Florida.
Yep, Yuli. That's right.
I've never been there. I have no idea where it is in the state, but
Yeah,
apparently he's born and raised in Florida. But I was doing some research and I found it interesting that he's the only player to rush for over 2,000 yards in the high school, collegiate, and NFL levels.
that's pretty amazing. That's that's
Dude,
that's amazing.
aptly named Panini card, this powerhouse insert of Derrick Henry. I mean, the dude is a powerhouse, and I'm just wondering, like, he's now number 10 in the NFL in the all-time career rushing yardage leaderboard.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think he can overtake Emmitt Smith and his 18,000? What was it? Like 255 yards?
Yeah, he's got. I think King Henry is what 12,600 or something like that, or
Uh,
12,000,
he's almost at 13,000.
almost thirteen
Yeah,
thousand now. Oh yeah,
he's
because
a
he had the
little
big.
over like 5,400 yards to
Yeah,
eclipse Mr. Smith.
I don't know, man. He's in great shape, and I
Also
mean,
32 years old though, man.
yeah, I know but that 6'3", 250 pound frame, you would think would show some signs of wear, but I think once he gets moving, he's so fast. I mean,
Hmm.
he runs a 4.5 in the 40. That guy's like a locomotive coming at you.
Yeah,
So,
and what was it last week the Christmas Day game? He just
dude, he took over. I mean, that was crazy. 216 yards on 4 TDs. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? He thinks he's
yeah,
thinks he's
what
25 again.
the 10 years previous, man. 20, yeah, like he just found a fountain of youth and I just, selfishly, obviously Cowboys fan Emmitt Smith, but you want to root on someone like Derrick Henry, who in a pass happy league is still like a force to be reckoned with on the ground game.
I know it's
I
pretty
mean,
amazing because his receiving skills are not that great. So he is just a one-dimensional kind of guy, pretty much,
yeah,
and he
he's
just
in there
dominates.
getting the rock, and
Yeah,
good luck stopping him.
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I was doing some research on him as well, and this is hilarious. They have something called the Derrick Henry rule. I don't know if you've heard about
I'm
this,
not
but
aware of this King
it,
Henry
it,
rule.
in eighth grade, it was put into effect because in eighth grade, when his team was up by 21 points or more, they had to take him out of the game. It was the Derrick Henry rule because he was just dominated
Handle the
everybody.
ball, he just runs down the field and scores again.
Yeah, he just dominated everybody in middle school. I mean, even at a young age, you knew this guy was special. So,
That's hilarious, man.
yeah.
Well,
Can you
also,
imagine?
I was gonna say Derrick Henry tied the great Tony Dorsett's rushing TD record with a 99-yard blast of his own.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So,
Yeah.
and he holds several other NFL records. So, Henry, we're wishing you the best of luck. You want to talk cards with us? Hey, give us a shot, man. We are here for you.
Yeah, yeah. He's impressive. We'll see what happens with him tonight against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm not making any NFL predictions on that one. Let's just have a good game between the two teams and
Yeah,
see what happens, man.
that works. Yep.
Well, I was going to ask if over the holidays you've had a chance to look at any of your cards in your collection, see if you found anything cool you want to show
I
off,
did.
show and tell, or new acquisitions.
I
Hey, this
Yeah,
guy.
84 tops John Elway rookie, but look at the screw down case. I've had this in here for a long time.
But it's
But
one
it
of the recessed ones, right?
came across this one, and what was cool about this is I was wrapping gifts on Christmas Eve, and I watched the John Elway documentary on Netflix, and I go, you know what? I've got his card somewhere. I went and pulled it out. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I love this set. So I'm actually working on this set now. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's kind of inspired me to put it together. So
How many cards away do you think you are?
I'm only like 10 cards away.
Oh,
If
and you
Yeah,
can that out one a month and
yeah. I
a
mean,
couple of bucks per card, or find one dealer or one sportlots.com. I think you might, if they're like mainly commons, you can get like a bunch of them very affordably.
yeah, I think they're pretty much common. So because I've got all the stars, but I just have to get everything together. It's one of those things which we'll get into later.
Yeah.
So, so what about yourself?
Well,
What'd you
man,
find?
going through some cards, trying to organize some things, and found this card, thought of you immediately. I was like, man, I got to do this for show and tell. Do you remember this guy?
Oh yeah, dude, I used to love him. Andy Van Slyke.
Well, next time I'm sending out mail, a couple of cards, I'm going to send this one to you because you and Andy Vance, like I have no passion for this card or putting that set together, but I found I was like, this will make Patrick happy and
I'll
this
make you a
hobby,
deal.
right?
I've got a Hideo Nomo card I just found. I will swap you.
We'll swap, man. I'll trade you, man. The picture for picture, man.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
made a trade also with a Facebook member, Sterling, and I wanted to thank Sterling. I sent a couple cards his way, and he sent me this Ahmad Rashad card,
nice.
1975 Topps card. And when I think of Ahmad Rashad, I always think of like him and the Vikings, but
Yep.
he's with the Bills. Came up with the Bills, man. So that was kind of interesting to me, man. I forgot about his early years in Buffalo.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. That's. I mean, he must not have maybe done much, I guess, because I just remember him as a Viking, pretty
Hmm.
much. So,
And last
and,
but
and
not
that,
least, I was gonna show off this one, man, and kind of pick your brain. I know I've showed this card before, this Bo Jackson card. Like
yep,
1987, 88, at the height of his hype, man. Like how coveted was this card that back at, because you were still collecting in the late 80s, whereas like
yeah.
I didn't when I went off to college. So how popular was that card?
Oh, if you pulled it out of a pack or a box, I mean, that's what you wanted. You wanted Bo Jackson. I mean, I remember there's a couple cards. I mean, obviously you want to get the Barry Bonds. Mark McGuire obviously was a pretty good one.
Faygo
So
Patch Brothers tandem.
yep, Canseco. But that Bo Jackson was pretty neat. I think it's a cool looking card as well.
Oh, it's a beautifully designed card, man, and the rainbow effect on the future stars and
Yeah.
predictive. You
I
know,
mean, when you hold that up and I look at it, I can almost smell it again,
Dude,
like just the fresh pack of what that smelled like, that nostalgia of like getting that card in a pack.
I mean, it's a beautiful card, man. I was like, when I went through my cards and I saw this, I was like, I forgot, man. I wonder what your thoughts were. So I appreciate you kind of bringing me up to speed on the 87 Topps Bo Jackson card.
Oh yeah, I like it.
What else you got on your end, man?
This is another set I'm going after. 85 tops football. So I'm getting back into my early years of collecting. So, but dude, I have the 84 tops as well of Merino, but this 85 one I think is pretty cool. This design.
Isn't that
So
86?
85. The 86 was the one that was green, like,
Oh, okay. With the
like the Jerry
stripe.
Rice rookie. So,
Right. So the
but
85. All right.
I mean, I was looking through my I barely had any of these. It's like I never really came across these when I was a kid. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go after this set as well. So this will be something fun to do.
How many shy on that set are you?
Oh, I got any quite a few on that one. Probably a couple hundred. You know, that's Warren Moon's rookie, and which for some reason, being from Houston, I don't have Warren Moon's rookie card. I'm like, it instantly drove me to like, okay, I've got to get it. I've
Oh,
got to.
definitely, man. Well,
So,
best of luck putting that set together. I think you'll have a lot of fun with that, and you're finishing out your 84 set. That's
yeah, I
yeah.
think so. I chalked those away. I mean, that's pretty cool. So,
Well, why don't we talk about some hobby goals, man? Obviously, you've got your 84 and 85 tops football sets you're going to try to complete this year. Anything
yeah,
else?
yeah. Let's go straight into that because that's exactly what I mean. I think football is kind of like some of my mid 80 sets of football. I think I'm going to go after as my hobby goals. I think that'll probably occupy a lot of my time because what I want to do is not just put them in a box, but I want it. This is kind of like one of my new goals is I want to be able to see them. So can you see that? This is like
Yeah,
my
oh,
85
dude.
tops baseball. I want to put them in a binder and I want to be able to look at them because when I was going through these 84 tops, I started remembering all the players like Deron Cherry, and you go across all these guys, and you're like, wow, that guy was really good, and it just makes you think. And I start reading the backs of the cards again.
Oh,
So,
dude, I
I
mean, that's a hobby though, and it's a hobby.
yeah,
You're supposed to enjoy this. Look at your cards and enjoy your cards.
yeah, and I don't think I do enough of that. I think when I get a set or something, I put it in a box, and then I just shuffle it around, and it sits on the shelf. And it's like, what, I'm going to change that up a little bit since I'm working on these two.
Hmm.
Um, I think I'm going to put them in binders and enjoy them, pull them out every now and then. So it'd be pretty neat. So that's one of my goals for sure.
Well, let's say, man, I kind of broke mine down with like at three levels. I did like PC goal, hobby goal, and channel goal. When we were talking about like, hey, what are we going to talk about for 2026? So for my PC goal, and it's three pronged. It's first thing is to organize what I have and try to figure this out because I've got probably another 30,000 cards that are in boxes everywhere, in a closet, and that's like I need to organize them and go, hey, these are the sets I want to work on. Here are the PC cards I want to keep, and then just out with the old that doesn't really capture like passion and heart, and
Right.
figure out what do I have, man, and it takes time to sit down and organize your collection.
Oh yeah. Are you going to do it by years or by? I mean, how are you going to do it?
Well, I think for me, being a set collector first and foremost is that's like top one, and then secondly is it a team that I covet, and collect, or is it a PC player?
Yeah.
And if it's not one of those, then let's move it. Like I don't have an interest in it, but I won't know exactly what I have and where I have it and how many or whatever until I actually get organized. And like I said, I think that's going to be a time-taking process.
Yeah, and I think that's a pretty good statement because a lot of when I was growing up, and I would organize my cards by player. I mean, I had them all by different players. And I think a lot of people still do that. I mean, yeah, I know when you go to a card show, you'll see them by player just to make it easier for people to go through and find a card to purchase that maybe they don't have.
Hmm.
But ever since a couple of years ago, I put them by years, and it's easier for me to kind of rifle through my PC and be able to find what I need. Like I could find this in like 15 seconds, which is great.
So
So
organization, we both agree that
organization
that's a good
is
hobby
key.
goal.
I mean, you can't really do anything unless you're organized in many facets of life. So
Well, let's say, man, and then on the second part, just kind of figuring out like completing a few more sets. I love the fact that you're going after your set completions and
you've
putting
inspired me a little
binders
bit.
and kind
Yeah,
of going through them because that's the joy of it. And then
yeah.
thirdly, I'm on that gold card quest of trying to find a 1972 Roger Staubach SGC 7.
Okay.
that rookie card of him in a 7 to complete. I got to get the 72 and the 73, and it's got
Okay.
to be sevens or higher SGC cards. Instead of having like a Frankenstein Roger Staubach run, I want to have them all like in tuxes, looking good, and display that somewhere in my room.
Yeah, that's your goal, is to display them, obviously.
A
That's
few of them, and then and
yeah.
then the bindering thing, and just knowing that you have the sets and enjoying the cards.
Yeah, I'd like to pick up for like, my PC as well. I'd like to pick up another Nolan Ryan rookie. I think that would be pretty cool. Just have like one for each of my kids, maybe. So one day, 25 years from now, they all get a Nolan Ryan rookie.
Well, Patrick, I don't
Long-term
know if you have
goals.
deep pockets, but
Yeah.
Nolan Ryan rookie cards, pretty penny.
Yeah, they are. I've been looking at them and I go, "Oof, do I go below a 4? Do I get a 5? I mean, a 5 is costly, even a 5. So,
Got a couple of
yeah,
grand, I'd imagine, if you're looking at like a SGC 5, PSA 5.
yeah.
A 4 is not an ugly looking card. It's a mid grade Ryan rookie. And that's nothing to sneeze at, man. That's a good looking card.
Yeah, that's what I have now, and I think it's great. I mean, it looks perfect. It's centered well. Um, I'm just surprised it was that low of a grade, but that's the grading gods. Sometimes that happens, but getting one that's even higher. I mean, wow, it's a big move. So
Yeah, well, you could always quote unquote crack and resubmit, but if you don't want to risk it, yeah,
yeah,
happy with your SGC 4, man.
yeah, yeah. I'm okay with it.
I was gonna ask, in the hobby itself, do you have any 2026 goals that you're trying to get after?
Not not really. Maybe I think like I'm going back to football. I mean, I think maybe increasing my football collection a little bit. I never buy any of the new cards that come out. I think that'd be kind of neat to go ahead, and I thought about waiting for next year to see if Arch Manning comes out and try to pick up some of his cards. But maybe I may buy like a hobby box or a blaster box of football, and just start maybe having some fun with it, and then maybe sitting down with my kids and going, "Hey, this guy's the guy that we just watched on TV." See if that catches a spark of some
Right.
sort. So maybe get my kids involved a little bit with me would be fun. So
Well, I do know Arch is coming back to Texas for his 2026 season, so
yeah, I know that. Yeah,
he's not going to the portal yet. So if you're looking for an NFL card of his, you might have to wait another season.
that's right. That's right. But there's still some good players I mean, young kids will be coming out. I mean, like the Mendoza kid for Indiana. I think he's going to be pretty good. So
All right. Well, yeah. Then maybe you at a card show you pick him up if he's affordable, or like you said, get a blaster box or two and rip with the kids.
yeah, I think passing it on to my kids and having them become more involved. I think that's kind of one of my
That
my, my hobby collectible goals. So
getting the kids more involved and then
yeah,
letting them enjoy the hobby.
yeah, I think that'd be fun. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah,
For me, you know, uh, I'm gonna kind of find another like outside the Metroplex hobby friend. This year, 2025, I mean, with Mark Ford and Greg Smith over at Stream of Card Consciousness, the Waxenfelter brothers. Locally here, we got Brian George, Bob Alexander. Up in Missouri, John Surman. These are great folks that have either been on the episode or have like reached out to me, or I've reached out to them throughout the year, and they've been like in 2025 very helpful in the hobby. And so I want to find like someone outside of the DFW area and kind of connect and grow the hobby relationship.
okay, yep, that makes sense. I mean, that's all you're. I mean, this is a village, man. You're,
But have fun with it, and
yeah,
meet cool people, and that's what ultimately I think, the cards are awesome, but it's the relationships and the friendships, and keep trying to grow it that way.
yeah. That's pretty solid. So I like that.
And then for the channel goal, let's see, I wrote down here to kind of try to have like some more deeper dive episodes where we kind of learn more about like a player or a team or a set or um, and the stories that go with the cards or the sets and let CardBlitz viewers kind of grow and learn with us. And to me, that would be a good goal for 2026 is how do we get more to like the 1984 Topps football cards or
Yeah,
what's the story of like a Luis Aparicio or just kind of that's how we enjoy the cards more is knowing the stories that go with those cards.
yeah. Because at one time, that's what we would. I mean, I would go out and find those cards just because of something that I'd read or I'd heard and of the kind of person they were, and I'm like, oh, I've got to have that card in my collection, or a card from that player. So
Right, right, man. I mean that's what it's all about, man. So yeah, that's my three goals for 2026. Kind of broke it down to a 3-2-1 kind of format. And hey, I don't have the crystal ball, but we shall see what happens,
yeah,
man. I'm gonna get after it.
let's make it happen. How's that?
Yes, sir. Let's make it happen. Alrighty. So one of the other things that we got into talking about the upcoming this episode is like a Nostradamus prediction for 2026 in the hobby, and I want to see what you're thinking, man. Well, what do you predict could happen, will happen in this hobby?
I still think that it can. I think it continues on the way it has, like this past year or two. I don't see any big changes. I mean, how much more can we change with, PSA already, or Collectors Universe buying, SGC and Beckett under their portfolio. I mean, do they go after, Tag or CGC or something like that? I'm not sure. I think it kind of stays. I think we see how they're gonna develop in both their little avenues. I think the cards that are being released are still going to be inserts and everything. So big changes. I don't know if there's going to be any big changes. Do you see anything in the future? Because I don't. I mean, I look at it
I
and
mean, you're kind of addressing like the monopoly issue with
yeah,
Collectors Universe.
yeah,
For me, and it's low-hanging fruit here, and everyone will be like, "Hey, Kelly, we know this," but I think the gap between the haves and the have-nots in this hobby continues to widen. And collectors is a part of that. Fanatics is another part of that. eBay is a part of that. The corporate money that's kind of pouring in now with like, what was it the Dick's Sporting Goods purchasing our man's baseball card up there in Pittsburgh.
yeah, yeah.
So
Skeens, yeah,
it, Paul Skeen. So and then with that Kobe Michael Jordan card with Miss was it Mr. Wonderful? He that's a lot of money. They put down on that card, man. 13 million. So
I know.
like I said, easy to say, hey, haves and have nots, but the hobby, the industry, we're just small fish, man. We're just in this big old pond, and we're just trying to enjoy the hobby for what it is. But I see prices, boxes keep going up, and the price of just like base cards, nobody wanting them, it's just going to spread. And it's like, what's going to happen next, man?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's definitely moving in that direction, and I think it stays in that kind of that's what I get at when I say I don't see too much changing. I think that's exactly the way it's going. Is the average collector going to be able to, hit a home run every now and then and pull a one of one, a one of five? Yeah, I think so. But then what happens to that card after that? It gets graded, gets auctioned off, then it becomes something of a corporate asset. So
Yeah, or like in Fanatics with their distribution method for breakers only and breaker boxes. And, I've never done a break. I have
yeah,
no idea what it's like. But, when a guy like you or I say, hey, we'd like to buy a Topps NBA Chrome, box, and they're sold out in 2 minutes to the general public, and breakers get their allocation, and it's only the high-end breakers. Like, what are we supposed to do? And they're like,
yeah,
oh, you want to get your Cooper flag card? You got to buy into the break. Good luck getting it. Like, I don't know, man.
yeah. That'd be talk about doing a deep dive earlier. That'd be something to talk about on one of a future episode about breaking because I think there's something to be learned there. I mean, I don't know much about it
Maybe
either. So
not my world, but we'll find someone who wants to talk breaking, I guess.
yeah,
Blitz viewers, give us a shout. Um, well, we got to kind of get into this big giveaway with our friends over at Humongous Hoard, humongoushoard.com. And again, I'll put up some slides, but we're doing a giveaway with some of these soft sleeves. Pardon me there as I drop them. Soft sleeves here.
good thing they're soft.
Some CB Rigids.
Yeah,
Yes, those, and then they're giving away this PSA resealable bag and other graded cards resealable bag. And so again, we're happy our friends at Humongous Hoard are supporting us and supporting you because we're doing three of these giveaways for these prize packs. And all you got to do is email us by January 15th at info@blitzweekly.com. Ask Patrick or I a question. Your name will be thrown in the drawing there. We'll do that for the January 18th episode. And if you order through humongoushoard.com, our friends at Humongous Hoard said that you can get up to $250 off your first order. So it's a great deal for you. Protect what you pull and support us by asking us questions that we can do for future episodes. It's win-win for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. You guys sign up.
Yeah, well, if you're organizing your cart collection, you got to protect it. Humongous Hoard, great way to go, man.
That's right. That's good.
Well, you ready for me to throw the old St. Patrick question out there?
Yeah, let's go for it on this
Okay.
last week of the NFL season. Let's see what you got up
Hey,
your
you've been
sleeve.
going back in time with these 84 and 83 and mid 80s, early 80s sets, and that's what I went after, man. 1982 was the NFL season. Do you remember much about that season?
Was it the strike season?
It
Was it
was. So
13?
you were like
Okay.
12, 13 years old at that point,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go.
It wasn't scabs, was
1982.
it?
It is stats. So
Yeah.
you got to dig deep. Here we go, man. 1982 strike shortened season. This receiver won the title for most receptions, however, had less than 1,000 receiving yards that season.
Ooh,
Does this
okay.
make sense?
Okay. Yep.
This receiver had the most receptions in the NFL that season, got the receiving receptions title, however, had less than 1,000 yards receiving.
All right. I'm ready.
Was it A, Wes Chandler? Was it B, Kellen Winslow? Was it C, Art Monk? Was it D, Dwight Clark?
Ooh, let's
Cue up
see.
the music, right? As you think about it. What's
Yeah.
in Patrick's
It's
mind?
not Art Monk. I don't think it's Dwight. Let's see. I'm going to go with Kellen Winslow is my answer.
Kellen Winslow. If you chose Kellen Winslow, like 33.4% of America, you are wrong.
Ah, okay.
Kellen Winslow had 721 yards on 54 receptions.
Okay.
So definitely not Kellen Winslow.
Okay. Gotcha.
And you're correct about Art Monk because those were the John Riggins years. So he
Yep.
had 35 receptions on the season for 447 yards in that
Gotcha.
shortened season. It was not Wes Chandler. Even
Okay.
though he had 49 receptions, he had over 1,000 yards receiving that year. He had 1,032.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that leaves us with the hated Dwight Clark.
Yeah.
Let's go 49ers.
I didn't think it was
Oh,
Dwight Clark.
Dwight Clark,
Yeah.
yeah. He had 60 receptions to lead all of the NFL with
Wow.
913 yards receiving.
So I was close. Kellen Winslow had 54. Dwight Clark had 60. That's pretty good for tight ends. I mean, wow, they were leading the league. So
That West Coast offense, and as a
yeah,
Cowboys fan, that season, man, and the catch and Dwight Clark, and man, anytime I see his cards, I'm just like, ugh, 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 it's like repellent. I'm just not a fan
well, he
of his.
must have done well and been an integral part of that offense and clicking with Montana because when you lean towards Winslow, I'm thinking Eric Coryell and I'm thinking of Dan Fouts whipping the ball all over the place. So
Well, yeah, and then Wes Chandler with wasn't he with the Saints back then with Archie Manning
okay, all right,
tossing
that's
it
right.
around, or was that the Ken Stabler years?
Okay, I don't even remember that.
I
Yeah,
think,
that's
I think Stabler went there in 83, maybe 82, because he was with the Oilers after the Raiders, so it might have been 83. But yeah, man, Dwight Clark, man, making it happen for the 49ers.
I know their running back was one Chuck Muncie. He used to wear glasses.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean, I was like,
We should go find our late 70s, early 80s NFL cards of
oh,
Chuck.
I got a couple Chuck Muncies. I got one.
Yeah, I know I got that 1978 set, so I can always find that and pull out that card, man. The 79 set, so
Yeah, that's
definitely
good.
Chuck Muncie, man. Well, it's been a great episode, starting off the new year, episode 51 in the books. Any closing thoughts?
No, let's continue this. Let's move this forward. Let's try to achieve some of our PC goals because I think it's going to be fun. It's always a journey.
All right, man. Well, for our CardBlitz fans, definitely wish y'all a great year in 2026. Go get your hobby goals, your PC goals. And let's make it a great year, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yep, sounds good. All right, Kelly. Have a good day of football.
Yes, good day. Take care, man. I'll catch you
Okay.
next time.